these are the best states for saving money. Number 9 is Arkansas.
Okay, Arkansas.
Arkansas. This is the 8th best state to live in if you want to save money. Tennessee.
Tennessee, there we go.
Tennessee.
All right.
This is the 7th best state if you want to save money in. Kansas.
Kansas. Save your money in Kansas. Right.
Here we go. The 6th best state for saving money. It is worth $20 if you can guess it. This is the 6th best state to live in if you want to save money. Minnesota. Here we go. The 6th best state to live in if you want to save money. It is Indiana.
Indiana.
All
right. Yeah, I knew it was going to be a Midwest state.
Get that 20 out of there.
20.
Here we go. This is the 5th best state to live in if you want to save money. $50 if you can guess it.
$50 for number 5. Let's keep it in the Midwest. Let's go Wyoming.
Wyoming.
Yeah.
Good guess. Good guess. Good guess.
Yeah.
Here we go. The 5th best state to live in if you want to save money. It is Ohio. Midwest. You got the region right.
Yeah, it was right there.
But the region does not pay.
Come on.
Only the correct state at the correct number. Here we go. The 4th best state for business. For saving money.
I mean, but it would be good for business.
It's good for business. But saving money is good for business.
What are the criteria this is on?
The criteria is based on income and debt, cost of living, taxes, cost of housing, and a few other factors similar to that.
Okay, so yeah, that's sort of what I stand. There's probably going to be a lot of Midwest here.
Yeah, just according to general low cost of living and low debt and low taxes. And
let's go with Utah.
Utah.
Feel like Utah is going to show up on this list.
Here we go. Utah, the 4th best state to live in if you want to save money. If it's Utah, you win $50 for motion picture use only. It is Missouri.
Missouri. Way to go, Missouri, but I'm telling you, Utah is going to be back.
You're kind of getting the right idea with that kind of Midwest part of the country. Yeah. $50 if you can guess the third best state for saving money.
All right. Is Wyoming gonna take a swing back at us?
It could.
Are they gonna turn around and do
very well could.
Or we could start getting into the northern bits.
Mm-hmm.
Something tells me Montana and Utah are gonna be somewhere in this.
Yeah, places where it's just cheap to live, no big cities.
Yeah, and the debt part.
Yeah.
We can't go to the extreme coastal places because they experience, anywhere natural disasters or things that are going to kind of spike up a need to
also like percentage of people who went to college, like people go to college, take on a ton of debt.
Yeah. You know what? For number 3, I'm going to take a swing in a direction I haven't thought yet, but something about when you mentioned college. Let's go with Kansas.
Kansas.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. The 3rd.
Oh wait, was Kansas already on here?
I don't remember.
I don't.
It was. We've seen Kansas. Nebraska. Okay, good guess.
That was
good
what
guess.
I wanted
good
to
guess.
say anyways.
If this was Family Feud, you know how after they guess, the audience claps?
Yeah.
I feel like you would have gotten a big clap on Nebraska.
Yeah, Nebraska.
Here we go. The 3rd best state to live in if you want to save money. If it's Nebraska, you win $50. It is West Virginia.
West Virginia. Okay. All right. Fair enough.
All right. Take that 50 and put it under the 2 for me, please. Yep.
There we go.
$100 now, if you can guess.
Okay, we got West Virginia on
the second best state to live in if you want to save money.
Is Virginia going to show up?
Is Virginia going to show up?
Would we go that far east out of this Midwest region? Because West Virginia is almost Midwest. I would say it's like on its way, but
it's on the way to the Midwest for sure.
It's way out there, but it does fall out of my immediate thought group for the Midwest states that I was feeling. So for number 2, let's go with something that is a little bit more out of the way. I'm bringing Utah back for number 2.
Bringing Utah back for number 2.
Bringing Utah back.
I love that song, Bringing Utah Back for number 2. Here we go.
Great tune.
If number 2 is Utah, you win $100.
All right.
bringing Utah back for number 2. Move those hands. Move those.
Oh, we got a hint.
You get a hint.
Oh,
you get a hint because you haven't won anything yet. Ends with an A, so it's not Utah because there's a silent H at the end of Utah.
Ends in
A. California, Arizona, Alaska, Alabama, North Dakota, South Dakota, North Carolina, South Carolina, China.
You know what? It could be
Florida.
Be, you know, something.
Indiana.
Someone was telling me we're going to see some more north and souths. I think this one could be one of the Dakotas.
Which one though?
Which Dakota?
Which Dakota?
It's got to be better in the south, right? It's got to be cheaper in South Dakota.
I really know nothing about those Dakotas.
South Dakota. Don't let me down.
Okay. Here we go. The second best state to live in if you want to save money. If it's South Dakota, you win $100. It is South Dakota. You got it.
Woo!
Nice.
There we go.
Take your 100.
I got $100.
Take your 100.
I don't get to go home a loser today.
No, and you can go home winning even more money, $200 now, if you win this game by guessing the states that you want to live in where it is easiest to save money. You just got South Dakota at number 2.
Yeah, now, the easiest state to save money in.
South
if this
Dakota's
is
number
Utah,
2.
After I've guessed it in all these other places, I will be disappointed for not having guessed it another time. But I feel like I've already used it twice.
Yeah.
It'd be wrong to go Utah again.
Yeah. But what would you do?
What
would you do instead?
I think
we had South Dakota, we had West Virginia. Those are the 2 and 3.
Wyoming, man. Something's calling out about Wyoming. I'm really considering that. But one thing, I don't know if there's a translation for it. There's got to be a ratio between the cost of living being cheap here and also the potential to earn in the state, right? Or is there no
it's just strictly for saving money.
Okay, so
I'm going to give you a hint.
Oh, we do get... Oh, okay.
Ends in an A.
It ends in an A.
Ends in an A.
Are the governments of North and South Dakota that different? Like, I mean, is there... We're right here. It would be insane if both the Dakotas were 1 and 2.
The 1-2 punch.
That would be nuts. This would be a huge victory for Dakota, wherever he is.
Is that what you're going to guess?
I feel like that's the fun answer. Like, it's the fun guess. Even if it's not...
we've done so many of these. Maybe you want to just do a fun guess.
Yeah, even if it's for 200. I already got my 100.
Yeah.
I'm going to go on a limb.
You're throwing spaghetti at the wall anyway.
Let's just do North Dakota.
All right, here we go.
Because that would be the most fun answer.
The number 1 best state to live in if you want to save money. The number 1 state for saving money is... North Dakota! You got it! These are the 9 worst states for workers. Number 9 is Utah.
Oh, wow.
Utah.
Okay.
This is the 8th worst state for workers. Oklahoma.
Oklahoma? Man.
This is the 7th worst state for workers. Kansas.
Oh,
Kansas.
No.
All right, here we go. The 6th worst state for workers is worth $20 if you can guess it.
Okay, let's go with Wyoming.
Wyoming.
I don't know. I feel like I'm shooting in the dark here.
Here we go. The 6th worst state for workers is South Carolina. Oh, no money for you. We're moving right on to number 5. This is the 5th worst state for workers. $50 if you can guess it.
Okay, where do you not want to live and work? Montana.
Montana. If the 5th worst state for workers is Montana, you win $50. Number 5 is Texas.
I don't believe it.
You don't believe it.
I don't believe my eyes.
This fighting words.
Wow. Yes. Yeah. The only thing that could be worse is if Alaska was next. It's the only thing that can make this worse.
The 4th worst state for workers, $50 if you can guess number 4.
Man, I'm just still blindsided by Texas being 5. Let's go with Louisiana.
Louisiana. Here we go.
Showing up.
Here we go. They've been showing up and showing out. The fourth worst state for workers, $50 if it's Louisiana. It is Alabama.
Alabama. I was getting a southern vibe.
Alabama, okay. Close to Louisiana.
Oh, man.
That's what the saying goes. Alabama's close to Louisiana.
Yeah, I've heard that one.
Yeah. $100 if you can guess the third worst state for workers.
Oh, man. Well, who's doing their workers wrong?
Yeah, who's doing their workers wrong?
Oh, yeah. You know what? I feel like Maine could show up right now. I feel
Gotta guess Maine?
Let's go with Maine.
All right. Ben Franklin has a very disapproving look on his face because he doesn't like it when workers are treated wrong.
He doesn't.
Ain't that right, Benjamin? Okay, here we go. The third worst state for workers. If it's Maine, you win $100. It is Georgia.
Oh, come on. I know better. I should have guessed
that. Take the 100, put it under the 2 for me. Yeah, that sounds good. And I'll add another $20. So $120 if you can guess the second worst state for workers.
All right, I'm putting some thought into this. We've seen a couple members of the Bible Belt. I mean, it's been a lot of the South. Texas isn't really the South, but I mean, some people get mad in Texas when you say that, but that's the reality.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to swing all the way to Alabama. Alabama, sorry. Let a little bit too much of my accent out on that one.
All right, Alabama.
Alabama.
Here we go. Second worst state for workers. If it's Alabama, you win $120. It is Mississippi, right next door.
I jumped
right
too
next
far.
door. All right, take that money, put it under the 1 for me, please. It's $120.
$120.
Make it $170.
Whoa.
Let's make it $220.
Oh, man.
$220 if you can guess the worst state for workers.
Worst state for workers. Look, we've been all over that southern coast on the Gulf. The only one we haven't seen was an earlier guess of mine. I'm going back to it. I know the oil field, the oil work is big out there, and I suspect that's where some of these numbers are coming from.
Oh, boy.
Man. It's rough. It's a rough life for these guys. So I'm swinging for them. Let's go to Louisiana.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, I thought you were gearing up for Alaska.
Oh, you thought Alaska. No, I would never speak poorly of Alaska. if this is Alaska, I'm going to flip the table.
If it's Alaska, you're going to be very mad. And the table will go right to me.
Yeah, so. Texas was 5. That was already unspeakable. If Alaska's number 1, yeah, you better take a step back.
Here we go. The worst state for workers. If you guess it right, it's $220. The worst state for workers is North Carolina.